trying to separate myself.
Keep him distant. So he does exist. That's good.
A little bit.
Ian,
Oh, you haven't seen
my mom
Paul.
over here.
I haven't seen Paul in a long time.
That's cute. Your brother.
Beginning of a long weekend of celebration.
There's a picture of them holding the cake. Like that on the
The calm before the storm, if you will.
If you would, yes.
So this is fun. Everybody got their
Yeah. Are they at every table?
no, they're scattered.
Scatter around.
Your mother has one of these guys going up to your way.
What is it? M-Y-E-R?
M-Y-E-R-S. I don't know if this is something we want to get out.
He's kind of dusting right now. Buckets or something? God, you clean up well.
You want to go swimming?
Come on, let's do experiment.
Want to go play some Miss Pac-Man?
I do.
Oh, that was Linda, right?
Yep.
How you doing, Jim? I don't remember. Where was this guy? We came in separate cars. I came from work and she came in separate cars together. I got it. Okay. It's kind of nice.
That's Mike, the cameraman.
Like steak in the house. How about look at me?
Looking good.
This is Judy's brother, Jim. Can you dub my face onto his body?
Yes. We'll fix you in post.
It's high-tech stuff. So what's going on with you? The market is just, it's up 150 points, isn't it? Never been down about, what, 500 total? Yeah.
Get a look at spread shot.
Everybody got. That's normal.
I think it's for the out of town.
I know. So they don't get hungry tomorrow. What time is my tomorrow?
She was good with her dancer.
What time is my wedding?
4.
No, you don't need to be there.
We're gonna go so we can check the. What time should I show up?
5.
There's the food.
7.
And this is...
Andy Hernandez. Hi, this is Megan's aunt.
Okay.
Remember both my aunts were named Ann.
Right.
Oh, exactly. Gosh, I was gonna. Yeah, no, I'm good.
He's got the cologne and this one here.
Yeah. Shaving kit. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Look at this. I know.
So you'll put these over on that table over there?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pass them out.
Oh, you are?
So we will have to find where the placing goes. So.
And this is the bride. Here we are.
Oh, hi. I'm your second cousin once removed.
Joel and
You.
and her aunt
My
and
Aunt Ann and my mother, Chris.
Hi, Mom.
This looks great, Judy.
Thank
Looks
you.
wonderful in here. Love it.
So nice. Oh, what's wrong with you? It's already.
It works. I like it.
It's really
Pass
nice.
these out real quick.
How you doing?
James.
Okay.
James. Oh, this is should meet Michael's cousin from Chicago. Cousins.
Hello,
Joel.
brother.
And
Hi,
Joan.
Hi,
Nice to
Joan.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
He doesn't have the required name tag. What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Right over here, Jimmy.
I
Showed up. Right there, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. He's one of the blind
We
parties.
have to wear one, so do you.
Can I be somebody else tonight? I want it.
Absolutely.
Jimmy, on back of one of them is a prize to win the gorgeous bouquet there at East Coast. I always wanted one of those.
So where are the kids gonna stay in town or move away or?
right now they're staying in town. I see with his work that
So what's his work now?
He works for ESPN.
Oh.
Flies all over the country. 40 minutes. He just got back from Las Vegas for a week there. They were doing the AAA World Series, and he was doing basketball, NBA, all production. Yeah, production.
Into that.
Well,
Somebody or-
no, he did all on his own. He graduated from Michigan School, worked for 4 years at a local radio station, all sports stations, and got to know a lot of people. And one day somebody said to him, would you be interested in doing television? He said, absolutely, for sports knowledge. So he started working a little bit here and there for ESPN on a part-time basis. Now he's doing it full-time. He flies all over the country. They don't care where he lives. I mean, you're not going to work there anyway. So he'll be doing NBA basketball, then
There is any.
if there is any, that's true. And then he'll be doing baseball in the spring. So he's a busy guy.
So what do you
He works in the control studio, the mobile control studio, and he's an engineer. He's a
And he says, you don't want to go in there. He said, you would probably want to get in your car and drive.
Yeah, let them fight. All we do is come up the steps and yeah.
People been here before.
We're gonna have you put names right on that, Judy. Oh, thank you. Are those stuff from my shoes? Those are the shoes that are so like
Suburb of Chicago, or is it a different area? I just can't get a box.
Lots are parallax, I guess.
Northwest Indiana, everybody should know that.
You know where Dyer is? Yeah. Scared out of my life.
That's why it's scary. It's scary.
You look like the lady was behind 3 inches of plate glass. Hey, somebody in.
It's kind of the wrong, we're here, so that's what you're saying.
Yeah. We had to use some gas. So bad.
You don't want to go in there. So you want to get in your car and leave. And go down the freeway like about 5 minutes. I'm sure there's probably some nice parts of Gary's.
It'll be warm and beautiful inside and sunny. Inside, exactly.
I was there about a month ago.
I wasn't sure. It was like Michael's voice.
That is Danny. Danny. This is Danny.
Please help your family here.
How you doing?
Let me find
Gary Hammond, our oldest, looks like everything's
No.
I don't know. That's what I thought you said.
Do you remember their
The other kids? Yeah, he looked like that.
Shy, you remember that? Don't they look a lot alike?
Yeah, they do.
Don't they?
They live here.
86 and 87.
Yeah.
11 years ago.
The time you had your bar mitzvah. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm his step-grandmother.
Nice to meet you. Your name is
Doris.
Mike Stillman. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
My wife Judy.
I knew Judy, but I didn't know his name. Yes. And,
Pleased to meet you.
I'll have you fill out a little, did Gil come in?
Yeah. Jimmy, did you do a name tag?
Yeah.
Here's a little name tag.
What is this, a name tag?
Yeah, you can just write. So we,
Linda.
How are you holding up? Do we have to put bride or groom on this, Judith? Should I put Sammy's on? There you go.
Do you want cheese too, Joey?
And you're gonna bring out the green.
Have you ever had to sue the university?
What's my Mary?
You don't want to lose it.
I don't think I can get it.
I don't know, it looks like something I'd break out of hives over.
He's the only one that should like color.
Oh, was it?
What's it? didn't recognize you.
That was my family.
Oh, you did recognize me?
Well, I mean, one way or the other. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I would love to go.
Well, I got this, my old team, I got a paper Sam, I don't know what happened to Sam.
Went up to the boundary marker about 2 years ago.
Sam is missing. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They're probably watching some baseball games.
When you were up there with,
Yeah. From afar, we did. We sing a lot of each other.
Yeah, but
The kayak.
Yes, we did. We met on the way.
And that makes me from the Sigelman family.
does he want to
And then I got something from the Grossman family, from the Cohn family.
Wasn't it three?
Yeah, the three. I don't know.
They disappeared. Here comes Jerry and Joey on the gang. Dude, these people, here's some people here with
Nice.
Joey.
I know. Cheryl.
Where's the blood? Right here. Found it.
Hi there. I'm glad. There you go, Naomi.
Hi, nice to see you. Good evening. Hello, Joey. Nice to see you. Jerry. Do you remember our friends from Israel? Sure. Voice Ben Ezra? You remember my brother-in-law, Jerry? They just got in last night. They were in Los Angeles.
Thank you.
They came all the way from Haifa.
We just got the cold weather here. Should have come a week earlier.
Where is Danny?
I think your first one's getting married.
This is great.
You like that, huh?
that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
Why don't you do that?
But even so, but we had, you know, you still have to do all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Mike Silverman. Hi, Gil. Nice to meet you. A pleasure. I've met. Yeah, I heard about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to get the biggest port.
Going to Japan or what? I don't know.
It was like, it took us like 3 hours to do. And I had to carry the bags because I couldn't carry the two.
I forgot him at home. Should I forget it? No.
Sorry. But I can save it in
Mazal tov in Hebrew. Mazal tov.
So you know what the name is? I know. I think it's the same. autograph. Yes.
Yes, Danny, that's right. Outside Tom. And where, well, the other one's coming in.
The other one is playing Pac-Man. Dangerous for him. Yes, we're both from here. We both grew up here.
That guy talking. The guy that owned the place was on scaffolding. And we're having a hard time lining it up with the rafters. So he told this other guy to go up on the deck.
I thought he just like made it up to be funny.
So he went up the deck. It was a couple of
It's like the dumbest show, like Michael Bolton was in there.
one step down, the rest of the deck. Steps over here. Go down to the ground. He was just doing, you know, so the top of the deck started was over here. So you over here.
There he is. There he is. Man of the hour.
Renaissance man.
Michael's doing a good job. Well, is this the opening shot?
No, this is, we're 18 minutes into this.
It's your opening shot. You have something to say for your public?
Okay.
I was the baby.
This is my daughter.
You gotta ignore the camera.
I'm sorry. It's quite different. So where we are? Yeah. This pack got 130 something thousand. No, just had a good game. Doesn't happen every week.
Get serious. Yeah, forget about it. Yeah.
Okay, now do it to John. Can you do it to John? He's gonna do it.
Is he going to be the joker of the evening? On the back, get to see that.
So you was gonna go say hi to Sandra too. Just a little summary for the weather. Hi, Matt.
Hey, how are you?
And congratulations to the young married couple, Megan and Sam, and I wish them nothing but happiness, health, and prosperity. Maybe Mike has a few tidbits of advice for the future.
Oh, you have some tidbits?
Yes.
Oh, I do or you do?
You do.
Oh, number one, never tell her her cooking isn't good. Number two, be ready for lots of meals on your own. And number three, remember to always give her a hug after every argument, especially the next morning. That's all I can do. That's it. Has it worked? Not bad. Doesn't work for you?
Not bad, but the thing I want to suggest, the one thing with regard to dinner that will really help Megan quite a bit in the future, she should remember this, and that's reservations.
And that's it. Why haven't I told her? From the party. All right, get away, Mike.
Chinese from Harderswood. Yeah. You sure? Yeah. You won? I'm pretty sure. He looks like Dustin Hoffman, right? Yeah. How could he do that? He was representing somebody on something. Was on one of these Entertainment Tonight or I would know. I said to her, I said, this is called I would know that. I should remember what he was doing or what. So he's not going in. I don't know what I'm hitting him up for one. There's another guy, he plays guitar and has like drums on his feet, and then he's got like a tuba, and he plays like all these different instruments.
Oh, we've seen a birdman. Birdman? Yeah,
Flying around or what?
he has some parrots.
Oh, really?
Parrots. It's snakes.
On his body or?
No, he's down. So he let the kid play with take pictures with the snake on his neck, and
He put the snake around his neck? Wow.
and
He's brave.
he doesn't know afraid what it is.
Did you see the Chinese movie theater there?
We have seen, but we didn't get in. We didn't get. Went to Believe It or Not museum.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was gonna see that, but
I'm going to guess on it. I don't know. And I think that I would guess
having a party up there one day in Toronto. Like party with
Oh, I thought you meant your Jonah Carter for a minute. I'm like, that's weird. The dog. The dog.
about an hour I party and then they picked up a big going up to that house. They don't like not there.
He probably would have liked it. Since it was a woodchuck, they had no symbolic, nothing.
he was pulling pictures.
Can you get any special effects with this thing? In, zoom in, out, or something?
Back up a little further. Right away, we got a handful of
So he goes up to the hotel room. He's there for a couple, 4 hours talking business. He starts to free business. Starts free business. Big Q.
Of you. It's like this legend. So I had this cousin.
There was a
Let me
time
tell you
when.
about it. So.
Are you taping yourself being funny? He almost took off some of his stuff. Have a good shot.
Could have gotten
to avoid that. My sons will take my place when that happens. But I want to welcome you all here tonight. My name is Mike Sigelman, and on behalf of my wife Julie and I, we are very happy to have you here enjoying Chris and Ted Houston in the celebration of our son and daughter getting married this weekend. This is going to be an exciting weekend. We've got 1,000 surprises planned. Well, maybe one or two. And I know you're going to have a good time. It's an interesting group of people here tonight. Let me tell you who you are and how you're different from the people you will see tomorrow, because you are different. The people are here tonight are either extremely close relatives or you are from out of town. Now, if you're a close relative from out of town, you're a shoo-in tonight. And a few very selected close friends. Tomorrow, we got everybody else, okay? So you're being treated very exclusively tonight. We're going to have some fun. And Judy asked me to get up and welcome you and give you this. It was her idea. Sam fought her on this left and right. But my wife is a very stubborn person. Let me tell you how stubborn she is. I'm going to tell you a true story. This is a true story. This actually happened this past week. Now, when Ted and Chris were up visiting us this summer, getting ready for the wedding with Judy and I, and Megan and Sam, and one night I came home and there's Ted counting the candies they were making and eating a few here and there. And Chris and Judy and Megan and, oh my God, I lost Megan, what's your sister's name? Quick. Kelly, sorry Kelly, are making all these candies and things. I was told could not touch the candies. Of course, Ted could touch the candies, but I couldn't. And in the meantime, over the past couple of months, they go back to Texas, our refrigerator stacked up, and I'm not kidding you, with these white boxes of candy all over the place. It got so I had to reach around to get my orange juice in the morning. There was no place to put anything. It was just incredible. She loaded that refrigerator with candy with the exception of one thing. Tomorrow, or probably Sunday, most of you will be, you are, of course, invited, to a little brunch at our house. So my wife decided, this is a sneak preview, that she would have one of her finest moments that she fixes. It's her famous, all-around, international cuisine called salami and eggs, and along with many other things that you'll see. So she goes out to this grocery store that's known for super discounts, and she buys these two giant fine-fruit salamis. They are this big. And she puts them in the refrigerator. Now, if you don't think that that isn't tantalizing, for 2-3 days I stared at those salami. Finally, and this is true, she'll admit it, no exaggeration, finally, 3 days ago, Judy's doing one of her, I'm too busy to fix supper tonight, I'm making candies for the wedding. And so I said, all right, I'll fix my own supper. I go to the refrigerator. Behind all the candies, I can't find a thing but these two gorgeous salamis. I pick one salami out. I close the refrigerator door. I put it on the cutting board. I take the knife. I got it sighted up just to slice off a nice piece to make a nice sandwich, of course. And all of a sudden, whipping across the room, screaming and yelling, "Don't you touch that salami!" So wait a minute. I need to eat supper. I mean, what else is there to eat here? There's nothing but candy in this place. She says, "You are not going to touch that salami." She whips it away. Then ensued 2 minutes of World War II. So I sacrificed. What happened the rest of the night? She put the salamis back in the refrigerator, where they still are in a hole, and I had a very interesting evening with Dave over at Wendy's. So how do I come upon all this to tell you all the preparation that's gone into this thing? My wife and Chris have lived this thing more than Megan would ever dream. For them, this weekend is the pinnacle. And maybe Megan and Jam will enjoy it too, but you know, for Chris and Judy, this is the pinnacle. They've been talking on the phone. I would love to have the money that my wife has spent on this. With that introduction, it's my pleasure to let you all introduce yourself. Once again, this is a Judy Sigelman production. And so with that, I would like to go around the room and give each of you just to stand up, say who you are and where you're from. If you're a relative, announce, I'm Jerry Laurie, I'm Sam's uncle, and you don't have to say that because he's over here, okay? So, we're going to go around the room and give everybody an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell us who you are. We'll start at our table. Of course, this is my beautiful, wonderful wife, mother of Sammy, Danny, and John, Judy Sigelman, right here. Okay, next, don't have to stand up. Next, they will never be able to see, across the room, but as he never gets a chance to talk, unless he's in front of a microphone, I'll let him introduce himself and go around the table. Sir.
Who's that? Chris Houston, and I just want to thank you for this wonderful party.
Yes.
You up?
Ted Houston.
Wait, like a professor from the University of Texas. Stand up. Face your class.
Ted Houston, University of Texas.
All the way from Haifa, Israel.
Moshe Ben Ezra from Haifa, Israel.
And?
Hannah Ben Ezra from Israel.
And who's the little guy you got there, Moise?
This is our little kid, 3 years old, naked.
Okay. Now, one of Judy's favorite brothers, her favorite brothers, around that table.
Jerry Laurie. This is my wife, Joy Laurie, and I'm Judy's brother, University of Minnesota.
Nancy Fernandez from San Diego. I'm Megan's aunt.
Hi, I'm Maureen Wilder, State College, Pennsylvania. Dolores Tuttle from California.
Bill guys from California. Married to Megan's grandmother and regard myself as kind of her grandfather.
Okay, who would like to lead off the next table? Yeah, go ahead.
Jess Myers, friend of Sam's from University of Minnesota, but I only snuck in there briefly. I didn't actually go to school. My wife, Karen.
Very good.
Stephanie Carfley, friend of Megan's. This is my fiance, Rory. We're from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But Megan and I knew each other from State College. Go Penn State. And this is my mother and my grandmother, also from State College. And they're both named Ruth.
I'm Angie Bishop. Spiked a few volleyballs with Megan at the University of Minnesota.
I'm Vicki Clare, friends with Megan at University of Minnesota, and this is my fiance, Vicki.
I told her, if you see, we're tied at the shoulder. I told her not to leave me alone. I don't know. With all the stories, though, I feel I know everybody, but I'm just not that stable yet.
I'm Steve and my new wife of 2 weeks, Stephanie Calvert, and I went to school with Sam and Megan, and Stephanie worked with me.
I'm Tara Lund. I'm a friend of Megan's, and I used to work with her at Target before she left me for David's.
I'm David. I'm Tara's wife. Speaking in front of the lot.
I'm Sarah. I'm Megan's friend and also a bridesmaid, and this is my fancy bride. Megan and I went to college together.
I'm Jennifer. I'm a friend of Megan's from college. This is my boyfriend Chris, and we came in from Oregon.
Where did you say you came from again?
Oregon.
Oregon, okay, very good. Okay, let's start with Ian at the next table.
I'm Ian Laurie from Golden Valley, 135 Maryland Avenue South. I'm Sam's oldest cousin, and this is my wife Rachel from Kentucky.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
I'm Sam's uncle, Jim Laurie, and this is my wife Lois. And we live out in Egan and St. Cloud, class of '62.
I might add that that's one of Judy's other favorite brothers. Okay, and now here's one of her favorite sisters.
Yes, I'm Sandra Ryan, and I'm very happy for Megan and Sam, and I'm excited to share this weekend with them.
Would you like to introduce your guest?
He's pretty comfortable.
Okay, go ahead.
Oliver McCurdy from Minnetonka, and I'm a friend of Sandra's and a lot of other people.
Don't disturb the table. Don't turn your magic tablecloth at me.
I'm Judy Shea. This is my husband, Carrie, and Judy and I have been friends since we were 10 years old. James J. Hill School.
Mr. Personality, Danny Sigelman.
I'm Danny
Oh, pardon me, you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself.
I got introduced.
Okay, fine. Danny, go ahead.
Professionally. I'm Sam's, one of Sam's younger brothers, Danny.
Yay. At the University of Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. And would you like to introduce your guest?
Mrs. Linda Mocha.
Hi.
John?
I'm John Sigelman. I'm Sam's youngest brother, and I came in town from Madison, Wisconsin, where I go to school today, and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. It's my buddy.
I'm Josh Laurie. I'm from Lawrence, Kansas. I go to the University of Kansas, and I'm Sam's cousin.
Yay.
I'm Thomas Harding. I'm Megan's cousin. I'm from Washington, D.C., and go to University of Virginia.
I'm Ann Lee Harding. I'm Thomas's mother. I'm Megan's aunt, Christine's sister, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
I am Kelly Houston, and I'm here from Austin, Texas, and I'm Megan's sister.
Go Kelly.
I'm Mark Canada. I'm Kelly's significant other.
Terrific. Right, Megan. And I'll never forget Kelly's name again, I promise. Okay, let's start with this table here. My brother, all the way from Los Angeles, California.
I'm Bro Sigelman. I'm the one who's trying to get Sammy, Danny, and John out of California for the wayward life. I'm looked upon, I guess, as the black sheep in the family. I actually have the right way of life, but you guys don't know it here. This is my dear mother, and also with me is Deborah Fine this evening. There you have
Joe August from Dyer, Indiana, and I happen to be Paul's favorite cousin.
Yeah.
That's about right, wouldn't you say?
Okay, and yeah, okay. Joan, and my aunt.
Hello, I'm Delisa Litterman. I'm Michael's aunt. This is my sister.
Oh, good. And by coincidence, she's also Paul's aunt, too, by the way.
I beg your pardon, but that
Okay, well, everybody got a chance at least to get kind of a wisp on who everybody is here tonight. We're going to have a nice dinner, and then a little later we got a little program planned. My wife has got some surprises, I know, that I don't even know about, but I've seen some trinkets of things that she brought in. So get ready for some fun, enjoy the dinner, and get a chance to know each other. Thank you for being here tonight.
Mike, you didn't get to introduce yourself as Dad? Like, I'm Mike, I'm doing the camera tonight.
was
So what do you think? Did he really beat her up, Ab?
that was the easy part of trying the case was the photographs.
Yeah, she was.
They're all done.
Which case is this?
Did they both just go to town on her, or was it pretty much just now?
Yeah.
You remember what? Actually, they both did hit.
Yeah, well, that was a
Here.
He was coming down from the freebase, and he was doing what the culture calls doing with Jones. He was coming down to get rid of crazy. And yeah, he was living there.
Is that the first one or the second one?
That was the second one.
Yeah, the second one was in the hotel room, right?
Exactly. That's the case I tried.
Yeah.
Against the hotel and him.
Right. Yeah, I remember seeing those pictures, and it was like supposedly, like, I'm sure you can correct me if I'm wrong, but she was, the victim was gonna like kick the girl's stomach or something like that, and that's how it all got escalated.
You got it right. How'd you come across those pictures?
They were actually on TV. Yeah, there's like a bio on him going to jail and getting out.
Those were
I probably saw you on it.
Those are our pictures. The reason I asked is that when the verdict came in, in fact, we really weren't done with the trial. The verdict was already in. $2 million verdict against him. So I get a call from New York. And I watch him make it over. So really watch him. I mean, I know from all the ways I've never seen the show. I saw that I want to go to New York be in with the show. No interest. I don't need publicity or exposure. However, it happened to be just a week before Christmas. It was a week before everything. I called back and I said, I'm real tough about this. Okay. I had two lawyers with me, and they brought us all to New York. Both good friends. We just had a great time. They paid for everything. They didn't pay us for being on the show, but they picked up all the payments.
Was that VH1 that did it?
They gave us some sort of allowance, which made no difference because myself and one of the other fellows, I have a New York girlfriend, meaning when I'm in New York, she's my girlfriend. Right. And, so I was a great time, but we brought the photographs out to the point.
They showed like the mug shots of, I guess the police are taking over. And that was really it.
So is that the documentary you saw from VH1, the one that he did?
My case was civil, yeah. I only tried civil. I stopped doing criminal work a long time ago. My cases are all for money, so. Because I'm proud to usually tell the judge I'm not interested in principal. I'm interested in case.
Hello again. Well, this is the part of the evening where we get kind of a little more serious, I think, and have a little fun at the same time. Hope you enjoyed your dinner tonight. I thought the cake was absolutely fabulous. That prime rib. Had two. And if anybody's got any left over, you know, you raise children and you never know what's going to happen. You never know what kind of personalities they'll have, what kind of pursuits they'll have. But Sam, and I want to talk a little bit about Sam for a few minutes. Sit down, if you wish.
I had him.
She's still fighting for the salami. I think back about Sam when he was a little kid with blonde, curly hair, and every night I came home. My big kick in coming home when Sammy was little is he'd run to me and Daddy's home, and he'd jump in my arms. And I look back at those days with just tremendous sincerity and friendship, and it was just fun to have him around. He was just a great little kid. And when he got to be about 5 or 6 years old, he discovered sports. And maybe Judy will talk a little bit about that and how he discovered sports. Actually, he discovered sports earlier than that, but maybe about 3 and a half or 4. But he really started getting into it about 5 years old. And that was the beginning of a lifelong love of the world of sports. There wasn't a sport that I had ever taken to that he didn't like. Basketball, football, you name it. And I'll never forget when we were visiting California one time, and we were visiting with my aunt and uncle out there, and Sammy was maybe 6 or 7 years old. And my uncle said, "I'll make you a bet on the game." And Sam took one team, and my uncle took the other team, and suddenly Sam's team went way behind, and Sam wanted to switch sides. He wanted to switch the bet. But to me, that said to me, he's really understanding this. You know? I should also add that he just came back from a week in Las Vegas, but that's true. Anyway, when he got into grade school, he was on all the teams. In junior high, he played basketball, he played softball, baseball. He was really serious about the sports, and even in high school. And of course, in college, his love of sports led him to get into journalism, and he was writing for the Minnesota Daily, when one day he took a second look at one of the assignments he had. What an assignment. Any guy going to any college anywhere that's assigned and getting paid for covering the women's volleyball team has got it made. And he discovered this one blonde that gave him a little bit more response to his friendly ways than the rest of them. And Sam, to a certain extent to me, Sam's living the kind of life that I always wanted to live. Be in broadcasting and enjoy every minute of it. I got out of it way too early. He's going to stick it out, he tells me. But he loves what he's doing. And when you love what you're doing, you don't mind how many hours you put in. And Sam puts in hours. When he was working at KFAN Radio here in the Twin Cities, and also flying around the country working for ESPN this spring, the guy was working 7 days and nights a week. There were weeks on end that we never heard from him. We'd have to say to Megan, "Where is he?" That's Sam. Sam gets intently into something. Well, I hope that, and I know he will, take his intenseness, his extreme desire to succeed, and put it into his marriage too. Because he's picked somebody that we had just grown to love, and grown to love her family. When you marry, when your son or your daughter marries, you also marry into another family. And there's always that question, what are they going to be like? And we were so tickled to find out that they like the same things we like, thought the same things we thought, and Ted will never argue with me. It's just incredible. We come from different worlds to a certain extent as far as professions are concerned, but we have found that we have so much in common, and we really have kind of added to a very big family. We are so tickled that Sam has found the person he has. We're so proud of him and Megan that I want you to know it's just a pleasure to have you all here tonight to enjoy our happiness. Thank you very much for being here. Now I get to introduce the love of my life, the holder of the salami. All right, careful with that. Also, the mother of Sammy, Danny, and John, my wife, who has always said, "I love you, honey, but I'm going to have my way." My wife, Judy, right now.
I won't say that's how President Clinton got in trouble. Good evening. I'll repeat a little bit what Michael had said. He didn't know he took some of my speech, but anyway, we welcome all of you here, and it's so great to have all of you here enjoying this wonderful occasion with us, and friends from near and far. I bet the people from Oregon thought they were going to be the furthest people away. But Israel beat you out. It's great that you're all here enjoying this evening with us, this weekend with us. As Michael had said, this is our firstborn, Sam. And he was 28 years ago. 28 years ago that he arrived, and it was a cold day in January.
Judy, you're very shallow. Step back under that light.
He's a producer.
I know, but you can't see the picture. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Kind of hard. And it was a real cold day. We took him home. What? When we took him home, it was 30 below zero. On January 13th, he was born. And ever since, 13 has been our lucky number. It has shown up many times in our life. And 13 is truly a lucky number for us, starting with our number one son. And as I said, it was 30 below zero. I didn't know if I was going to suffocate him or if he was going to freeze to death. But anyway, it worked out, and we all made it home. Right away, his dad put him into promotion. Michael was at KDWB Radio, and he took this picture of Sam and him as he won a contest or had something going. So Sam right away started out in the broadcast business very early. He was about 6 months old there.
Actually, the trophy was holding him up.
That's right. He was a cute kid. He was a real cute kid. And notice how he posed. He just did. He was just the perfect child. He knew his ABCs before he was 2 years old, and we'd say, get up there, and he was real short. Get up there and say your ABCs, and he'd say them for anybody and everybody and whatever. And it was early on in his years that he got very, very interested in sports. I think he was like 3.5 years old. We decided to go up to the park and watch the neighbor play ball. And it was t-ball, and the light went on. Sam said, you know, this is for me. And it was as if he was crossing the days off until he could finally play t-ball. And once he played, they had him out in center field, and of course he covered left field because that kid was picking dandelions over there. And he covered right field because that guy was having a spitting contest with the second baseman. And he was very serious. You know, this was serious, this t-ball. So, and I know we moved to Pittsburgh. I knew he knew all about the Twins. He knew all about the Vikings. He knew their statistics, what colleges they graduated, how they were drafted, and everything about the different sports. This is another cute little picture. And we got to Pittsburgh, and I realized he knew all about the Pirates. He knew all about the Steelers. So I started picking cards out of his growing sports card thing, and he knew about everybody. And he's 8 years old, and he's telling me everybody's statistics and where they went to college and who drafted them. And it was a very early, something very early that he got involved in. Let's see. And of course, once he started t-ball, we never saw him without a baseball glove. He just lived with his baseball glove. I think this was his first team, Golden Valley, and it was something he always had with him. Okay. And this was, we moved to Lafayette, Indiana, and can you see it? No, not, that's okay. Can you see it? We moved to Lafayette, Indiana, and that's where Sam was bar mitzvahed. We were 2.5 years in Lafayette until we returned to the Twin Cities. And then after Sam, the last picture we have is, there were two more of them, Danny and John. They were a fun group. We enjoyed our boys very much. And Sam really was a good big brother to his younger brothers. He was a good example. And the boys continue to have fun when they get together. So we've enjoyed him very much. We've had 3 boys and we've enjoyed every minute of it. And it's great to have a girl in it. Not only a girl, but this girl. Megan is terrific. She fits in so well with the boys. But it has been a joy when dinner's over with, and the boys do clear the table usually, but at least Megan and I can sit and talk about stuff that gals like to sit and talk about. So it's been a real treat for me. And we welcome her very much to our family. And like Michael said, it's also you marry into an extended family, and we have found Chris and Ted and Kelly have been just terrific to have as an extended family, and we welcome them also to the family. The last thing I have, if Ted and Chris, we didn't tell them ahead of time, if they wanted to say a few words, they can. And if Sam and Megan would like to say a few words. But I kind of want to end up with, this is an Apache blessing on marriage. And I say to you too, now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth to the other. Now there is no more loneliness for you, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now you are 2 bodies, but there is only one life before you. Go now to your dwelling place, to enter into the days of your togetherness, and may your days be good and long on the earth. I mean, thank you.
I never had so many hugs in my life. He said.
She is the greatest hug. Long arms.
She also is great at volleyball. I'd like to give the Houstons a chance to say something. You have to understand that both Chris and Ted are employed by the University of Texas. And Chris gets involved with a lot of presentations, but Ted is constantly making them every day. They've had a lot of practice to do this, and there will be no blue book exams tonight, Ted promises. So we'll start out with Ted first. Ted, I know you have a few thousand words you'd like to say.
Well, this is a wonderful opportunity. I was a little worried that I wouldn't get a chance to talk tonight. I should forewarn you that I'm programmed for a 50-minute talk. But the other problem is I usually have notes, and I don't have any notes today. But I have several different lectures I could choose from. I'm supposed to know something about marriage. I gave a lecture on marriage at Mike Johnson and Maureen Goldrig's wedding last spring. Didn't go over real well. So
you could have brought the tape. Then.
I could have. It was on tape. That's right. I should have thought of that. No.
To practice your presentation, you have to get sitting on this.
But anyway, I'll say just a few words. I won't. I didn't bring pictures, so I won't be able to go into Megan's history. But I would like to just say a couple of things. One, first, I'd like to welcome all of you, particularly those of you who came from out of town to share in this occasion with us. That we have some friends here of the family that have been close friends for many, many years, of course. We have members of our family from all over the United States, and also some friends of Megan that have traveled long distance to participate in this occasion. I just want to thank those people for coming and taking part in this. I also would like to say just a few things about Megan and Sam. I've known now Sam for a good 4 or 5 years, and I've watched them as a couple grow together over those years. Of course, I look at them as a person who studies courtship and marriage and wonder, is this a marriage that's made to last? And I've seen some things in their relationship that encourage me a great deal, and I'll tell you a little bit about those things and forget about the others. But I've watched them, in particular, the way in which they deal with one another when their interests diverge. And I think that's one of the places where you see the true colors of a partner in a relationship. And both of them seem to have a real understanding, an unusual understanding, of what the other person is needing, and able to really anticipate those needs in a way that I find truly remarkable. That they're able to communicate well, but they also listen in a way not only to just what each says, but also they read each other very well. And I feel real confident that this quality that they both have will be important in the long run in their marriage. So I really am very excited about welcoming Sam to our family and Sam's family, and Michael and Judy and their 2 sons to our larger family. Just like it's great for Judy to talk to Meg, I've raised 2 girls, and the idea of having somebody truly interested in sports is a wonderful situation for me, because it turns out that I am a person who is probably as fanatic about sports when I grew up as Sam appears to have been as he grew up. So he was one of the few people who really knew that Mickey Mantle won the Triple Crown in 1956. Batted what? Come on. 356. 356. I used to know that, but I put him on the spot.
Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle. So anyway, I just want to welcome all of you and express my gratitude for you all coming here tonight. Thank you very much.
No, I just want to say thank you too for everybody coming and for this last year. This has been just wonderful. And it's been so much fun. I've had an excuse to talk to Megan every day on the telephone. So, but it's been a wonderful year, and I'm looking forward to many years ahead. But the engagement party and the showers, and it's just been wonderful. Planning and getting together, and getting to know one another better and better. So, thanks, and we're looking forward to many years ahead. Me too.
Hello, everyone. Mine's very short. I just wanted to express our gratitude, of course, for everyone coming tonight, especially people that came very far. Mickey and Vicki drove through the night to get here. People from State College, I'm sure they're on a commuter plane of sorts somewhere along the way. And, of course, our relatives that came. We have lots of relatives from all over. My family grew up in California. We lived in Pennsylvania. We lived in Texas. I came to Minnesota. So our family is scattered.
You were born in New York.
I was born in New York. So where I'm from is a difficult question, but it's very nice that everyone could come here because our family is very scattered. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
I want to clear up a few fabrications. First of all, the 50-minute lecture Ted gave was, I think it was, what, 10, 15 years ago, because today's version of his 50-minute lecture is, where's the teacher's assistant, because I got to go finish my book. Also, I don't know where I don't think I was that precocious. This vast knowledge of nothing. No, I thank both my parents for encouraging me to do anything I wanted. In fact, I remember when I was younger, my father taught me how to hold the salami. In fact, I recall when I
I had to be, I think I was about 7, 8 years old. We were at Memorial Stadium on the University of Minnesota campus when it was still there. It was my first football game, and my father was trying to teach me the rules of football. And I remember this. He said, okay, now they get two chances to get 10 yards for first down, and if they don't get that, then they usually punt. And I think I corrected you. No, they get 3 chances. So to say I learned a lot from my father. So anyway, and also, I wasn't the one chasing Megan. What I recall was I was working at the Minnesota Daily, working feverishly on deadline, and the volleyball team paraded through. The whole office building, and Minnesota Daily office building. And it was part of the field trip. One of the. Here I am. So, seriously, would like to thank all of you coming from Israel. One of you coming from Israel, Oregon, Kazakhstan. I think there's a couple from Kazakhstan.
California.
It does mean a lot to both of us that you've made the effort not only to come to the wedding, but to spend this evening as well with us. It really shows. I said this before. If you were at the shower at Tara's and Tara's wife's David's. It does mean a lot to both of us that all of you come from different walks of life, from different parts of our lives, whether you're friends, relatives, friends from childhood, recent friends, what have you, and that you can all come together and enjoy not only being with us, but being with each other. It does mean a lot to both of us. And Megan and her family have meant a lot to me as well. And I've got to know them a lot over the last 5.5 years. Yes, we've been dating for 5.5 years. Didn't want to rush into anything. And this last year has been unbelievable for Megan and her mother. They have been on the phone almost every other day, driving up a phone bill, and Megan wonders why her bank account is so low. But the culmination of this planning is really unbelievable. And I thank all of you for taking part of it. And if this was the surprise with the pictures, knowing my parents, I thought the surprise is everybody was going to get a bill when this whole event happened.
Oh, we are, aren't we?
Great idea.
But no, this has been a terrific night. I'd like to thank my parents for putting this on. It has meant a lot to me, and everything coming together was really nice. And
am I in your way?
And I know it means a lot to Megan and her family. And
You want me to move those flowers?
Weeks and weeks, and from what I know, it feels like Megan is. It seems like Megan has been waiting for the tomorrow for the last 20 years.
Where is he getting all this?
But I really can't wait for tomorrow because she is a very terrific person, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
Aww.
We'll just give a chance. A couple people want to get up and say something, but before you go, on your way out, please pick up your bill. I'll appreciate that.
That was a good idea, wasn't it?
Uncle Paul, would you like to say a couple of words here on behalf of another part of the Sigelman family? My brother, Paul.
There's a thought I came across just this afternoon.
This happened to happen.
You wrote it down. Sam and Megan, may the roof above you never fall in, and may the friends that you've gathered in this room never fall out.
Hey! How about Uncle Jerry from Golden Valley, all the way from Golden Valley?
Well, I'd like to wish Sam and Megan all the luck in the world, and I think they're going to have a very beautiful marriage. And I really enjoyed meeting and talking with Megan and her family, or especially the family last year, but I know Megan will learn that. And on behalf of our immediate family, I just want to wish them all luck in the world.
That's great.
California, Grandfather Gill. I know you got a couple words.
I was thinking that the last Jewish convert we got was from the Minnesota Twins, Rod Carew. Keep this up, we're going to be able to field a good team. I'm going to just repeat Jerry's comments. Megan's an absolute darling girl. I've known her since the moment she was born, I think, in Poughkeepsie. I knew her when Chris was pregnant in Poughkeepsie. Just been a sensational kid. And Sam's been a wonderful addition. The same as Jerry says, I wish you all the luck in the world, kids.
Thank you. Kelly, Sister Kelly.
Well, let's see. No, it's been really great to get to know Sam, especially. And for me, I've never had a brother before, and I guess I've always wanted one. So it's been a really nice addition to our family. And good luck to you both.
Thank you. All right, great. Anybody else from anywhere? Anybody? Anybody else have something you'd like to say?
It's your last chance.
Yep, this is your last chance. All right, Brother Danny, who's always been known, I'll just get you 1 second. Brother Danny, who appeared recently on the Howard Mandel Show in Los Angeles. He did. He was on the Howie Mandel Show, direct from the audience for at least 3 minutes. And Danny has always got a couple of good words to say. Danny?
I guess I wasn't expecting to say something, but... I'm very happy to know the Houstons and get to know you in the past couple of years, and I'd like to welcome you to our family as well, and have you know that I think as a person you become a better person with the more people you know, and having you become a part of our family makes us better people.
Very nice. Anybody else? Yes.
I'll say one thing real quick. I thought Judy's comments about Megan were lovely, but I had Megan to dinner, Megan and Sam, a few weeks ago. She didn't clear dishes at my house.
Steve, want to say something? Come on.
I got married 2 weeks ago.
Okay, anybody else? I'm going to pick on 2 more people unless somebody else raises their hand. Moish Ben Ezra from Haifa, Israel, had raised his hand, yes.
I will say something in Hebrew because I'm not good at English. I give you some blessing in Hebrew, okay?
A blessing in Hebrew.
Okay. אני מאחל לכם הרבה שנים של אחדות ואהבה ועד 120 שנה. It's briefly like go together in love and in brotherhood and for many, many years to come.
Very nice, thank you. There was one little kid that one day ran up to Sam as he was laying in front of the TV set and gave him a swift kick. And Sam said, "What'd you do that for?" And he took off and ran upstairs, and Sam took off after him to pound him into the wall. And Judy said, "Sam, why are you treating your brother this way?" And immediately sent Sam to his room. And she came downstairs and said, what happened? I said, "John kicked him in the side and ran upstairs, and you sent Sam to his room." She says, "Well, Sam must have been doing something wrong or he wouldn't have kicked him." Sam has been trying to get even, but in much nicer ways with his little brother John, who's no longer little and is a lot bigger than Sam in many ways, at least physically, if not any way else. And now Sam has to look up to brother John, and he's careful what he says, and he doesn't care if John kicks him a little bit more. I'd like to have John say a word or two, all the way from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, John Sigelman.
Well, Sam is, he's my older brother. I was the youngest in the family. They were a little rough on me, him and Dan. When I was younger. I lived, and I'm always said when I'd grow up I'd be bigger and I'd be able to get back at them, and I am tallest. Sam's the shortest, by the way. I don't remember that story, but I remember eating a few of his baseball cards. I know that. Anyway, I'm very happy that Megan's been part of the family. It's been nice meeting her and getting to know her over the past few years. And I'm excited for that. Being the youngest, I always did want like a younger brother or sister. I guess maybe a little niece or nephew will be good.
What's interesting about that comment is that John is studying psychology. I thought that was pretty good. Power of suggestion, right? Yeah, right. Okay, anybody else?
This is it.
Okay, this is it.
Oh, Mike's
Yes.
got something.
Yes.
On the topic of nieces.
Let's see you guys stand up. Come on.
On the topic of nieces and nephews, I think between the two of you, you should be able to produce a household of professional athletes. You know, the genetic thing, of course.
Pretty good. Anybody else? Okay. Thank you very much for your comments, and thanks for coming tonight. This has just been great. It's a very warm room, and we hopefully will extend that warmth to tomorrow night when the big event happens. In the meantime, please stick around. Throw some hors d'oeuvres around here, some beer and things up here. Enjoy yourselves, and don't be in a hurry. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much for coming.
I'm here.
Where are you staying?
Are you cold?
Gold Valley? No, actually over
Thank God, no. I like your work. It's very pretty. It's good to have you. You know where Sienna Megan is?
Are you going to go in and change and stuff, or what?
He was gonna, but why bother? You guys look great.
Maybe forget about it.
Forget about it.
Such nice things. Oh, yeah. These are way better. I didn't thank your parents. I didn't thank my parents. Yeah. I sat down and you can't get back up. It's like, I forgot
basically,
You will never have a sore hand.
He's like moldy.
Oh yeah, a little Mondrian. Yeah, cheese. Is there ink in there?
I love that.
Can you draw with it?
I specifically got this one for you, and the blue one for me.